Rather, any questions?
Oh, sorry, yes. Any questions from the judge panel or from the general audience? Iris.
Company reviews, I definitely share all your pain points because it's really hard to get the reviews, and I think it's a easier way to for people to capture the review. But for let's say rating like emotion icons to get the reviews, I think it might be more working on some attributes like work-life balance, as you mentioned, because I can rate on Friday night if I'm still here to cannot finish the work and still OT, then I can simply wait the unhappy face. But for salary and benefits, I don't think it's easily can rate, putting a unhappy face or happy face, or it cannot be show, great changes along the time. Like I don't expect any weekly changes on the trend for salary or benefits. So how can we tackle that?
So we actually have different ways to answer questions, not only about the emoji icon buttons, but also some of, for example, for some, if we want to capture more detailed company reviews, information from candidates, we can offer them some structured choices. Just like if I can show you a previous slide here. I don't have it here right now, but we actually can provide some different options. You can have multiple choices. For example, if I asked you like the management culture, and you rated me some sad icon, right? And then the next question, I will immediately follow up with you, say, what kind of, knowing that you are sad, what kind of things that you think is bad about this company culture, and then there are multiple choices of categories that we can capture. So by doing that, we can have a pool of data that can leverage afterwards by the HR people to analyze employees' satisfaction.
Right.
Hello. So for this kind of methodology to collect data, do you see any risk there that the data will be biased to kind of one side? So let's say, for example, right? So you mentioned that if I get frustrated, or let me put it this way. So when I open the JobsDB app, most likely I'm looking for a job, right? So it tends to naturally I'm in a negative mood. So if you ask me a question there, then I probably will give you all like bad face there. And you can say that there might be other scenarios that you actually have notification to ask me, right? It might not be 6 p.m. or maybe in a good kind of situation. But I would say that like for people, it's actually easier for them to release their anger rather than to say that they're happy right now. So I mean, like for instance, if I say like I receive a notification at 3 p.m. just asking me something else, like it's very neutral.
I think I understand your question.
Go ahead.
Yes. Thank you. So yes, we know this because I mean, what's the reason go to JobsDB? We want to change the job, right? But so that our company review, all the reviews should be like negative, never like get positive. Comment. But this actually need marketing effort, and also mindset change in the market is actually we ask for HR, the company, to drive the candidate, the current candidate, to rate their happiness on the app, so that with the insight here, the company, the HR can look at the data to improve the quality of the company. On the other hand, JobsDB get the structured insight. We will ask people to change the job is because really better outside. Instead of they are really like happy inside to change the job.
And one more thing to add, we had actually done some user research in this hackathon project. We interviewed several HR people, some marketing and sales colleagues. We actually also find similar concerns, but we have we will keep improving the questions and the triggering points. And we will need to have, at the system side, we need to have some dynamic management to help create these questions, and also set the right triggering point, and also define the right data so that we can try to optimize this, not only try to focus on negative reviews, but also positively attracting positive reviews.
Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Incense, for the presentation of the real feeling capture company reviews like Pokemon.